actually, there's like planet busters, and then there's inner levels, and then there's outer levels. And if she's an emanator of the eon of finality, bro, if you don't get your fat head ass in the back, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. When was that? When we got into that chat debate and we was talking shit. What was it, like 3-4 days ago? Funniest thing is, if y'all saw my video on YouTube, the YouTube Hoyo Cucks got caught wind of the argument that we, by the way, it was our business, but it made it to YouTube. I want to give some context here because this shit is really funny. I knew that argument was going to set off the Hoyo Cucks. I knew it. So I told my editor, he hit me up. He said, hey, Smack, do you want me to leave in this part where you and Chad are going hard about Acheron and Ifrit? And I told him, I said, yeah, probably leave that one out because I said, that's the Twitch dynamic and the YouTube dynamic is a different breed for that. He literally was like, oh shit, all right. Meaning like he already had rendered the video and kept that in there. So I hit him back. I said, you know what? I said, man, them, bro, you leave that shit in there. It's all good. I really don't give a damn. At the end of the day, if they get offended, I'll just make more content off of it. Sure enough, chat, we upload it to YouTube, and what happens? They get offended. Oh, dude, you're a real asshole. I can't believe you talk to your chat like that. They were making good points. She is an emanator, and that Ifrit could be a different depiction from the Ifrit that you know. Oh my God, like just going off about some shit they did. And here's the craziest thing about it to me, chat. Here's the craziest thing. Me, you, and everyone else in chat that day, we was going at it. We was talking shit. We carried on. If you go into the YouTube video, we carried on. Like, we talked about it. We was roasting each other. Y'all was talking shit to me, calling me an idiot, and we carried on with our stream and day. It wasn't even that deep. Then it gets better, chat. It gets better. I wake up the next day, get on stream again, and what do I say, chat? Who was in here that day? I get on stream the next day and I say, hey, y'all know what? I was reaching a bit. I was capping. And I'm actually going to show that context because this is such an important lesson. It really is, guys. This is such an important lesson. These dumb motherfuckers on YouTube have no idea that I got on Twitch the next day and was like, yeah, I was capping. I'll show the context in a bit. But the internet will take one clip in one like scenario and define who you are off of that shit. In that freaking video that I updated on YouTube, it's a 50-minute video. And there's a 5, 6 to 7 minute length of it where we're going at it. Me and Chad are going at it. The remaining 43 minutes is me being goofy, chat laughing, and us having a good time. It wasn't even at the end of the video. It was like in the middle or something. So the fact that these motherfuckers found the 1 7-minute part where we're going at it to focus on that and say that there's a problem. Oh, it's like that shows you these cucks and these people have some real issues. Like they're just soft. They're snowflakes. I don't know what else to say about this. Like, how are you gonna focus on 7 minutes of shit talking in a scenario that ain't got nothing to do with you? You don't understand the context, and then ignore the remaining 43 minutes where me and Chad are laughing and shit. It's wild. They just want to nitpick. No, for sure. But I knew I was gonna make a video off of this because it runs my shit wild. We're gonna look at the comments. And then we're gonna look at the context because this is unbelievable. My whole reason of talking about this, guys, is I'm trying to say it's not that deep. Like chat, every single one of y'all in here was disagreeing with me, and we're back in here again. Like in real life, it's like a Naruto can beat Goku argument. It's one of those type of ordeals. You know what I mean? Regardless of who's right or who's wrong, because we're such weeps, we're gonna like argue about it. We're just gonna go at it. And sometimes when arguments get heated, right? But at the end of the day, it's not that deep, bro. It's like, all right, bet. All right, we was tripping. All right, we're gonna move on now. It's called banter. That's what I'm saying. No, it's literally just like banter between the boys talking shit about something that is completely irrelevant, but you refuse to back down. So y'all go at it. And then later on you cool down and you be like, all right, yeah, we was wilding. But the internet gets involved with zero context and they try to paint you out like, Like you are Satan himself for talking about some shit that boys do in real life anyways, bro. It's like, oh my God. Some people don't know what the inside of a locker room is like. Vessi, that is such a beautiful reference. It's not that some people don't know what the inside of a locker room is like, Vessi. It's the world today doesn't realize that that was once life and it was okay. Like, what was a locker room talk, banter, and argument, or a friendship banter and argument back then? Today, it's drama. Today, it's you're a villain. You're a fiend. You're Duke Inferno, bro. Like, it's like, yo, we just in here talking shit, bro. Like, it ain't that deep. Anyways, man, let me look at this. I want to show y'all this because I actually clipped it. So just to provide some context, guys, this is right around the time where Acheron, it was revealed allegedly, that's most important, allegedly, Acheron said, or was described to slap Ifrit off screen with not just Ifrit, it wasn't a 1v1. Apparently, she slapped Ifrit alongside of other villains, which is what I didn't like because I am a Final Fantasy fan, massive fan. I've played Final Fantasy 1 all the way up to 15. I'll get to 16 eventually. But basically, like, my depiction of Ifrit is the Final Fantasy version of Ifrit. And if, to be fair, to be absolutely fair, if you were to rally up every single gamer on planet Earth and say, who do you know Ifrit as? They're not going to tell you the mythology Ifrit from Arabian, I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Arabian culture. They're not going to tell you any other Ifrit. The only Ifrit that the majority of gamers are going to say we know is the Final Fantasy version of Ifrit. Now, so like me, I'm going in this looking at this and I'm saying like, she slapped Ifrit with 9 others. So you 1v9'd Ifrit, right? I'm not refuting that Acheron isn't stronger than Ifrit. I'm mad that they made Ifrit look like a little bitch in here. But we don't know the whole story. Nobody does, unless you look at leaks, which I don't. So at the end of the day, it's an argument where you can really just roast each other about it because nobody actually knows what's going on. Just keep that in mind. Okay. The only thing I don't like about this story right now, don't get me wrong, this shit is making Acheron seem incredibly broken, right? Which is fine. I'm cool with that. What I don't like, here we go, is them disrespecting my guy Ifrit. You can't just like 1v9 people and one of the 9 is Ifrit. That's literally my argument. Like, that's my argument. That was it. That was it. And this is the thing that was irritating. When we go and look at these comments, you got these dumb motherfuckers who have low comprehension and they're going to make the argument that I was saying, I'm mad that Duke Inferno lost to Acheron, or I'm mad because I said that Ifrit in this story is just as strong as Acheron, when I'm trying to talk about the external source of Ifrit and the representation of him and the respect on his name. So it's like, this was my entire argument. And I feel like this is fair, right? And then, by the way, I'm saying if that's what happens, I'm going to be disappointed. She's an emanator. Ifrit is literally like the strongest fire entity of all time, bro. In Final Fantasy, he is the representer of fire element. Like, that's just what he is. It doesn't matter if she's an emanator. Yeah, so this is where it goes. This is where it goes south. This shit is funny though. The funniest thing, like when I look back at this, it's hilarious to me. It actually makes me more like annoyed that there are pussies on the internet who are offended by this like such like low scale banter. It's insane. That's some like simp, some Hoyoverse simp that doesn't understand the real power of Ifrit, bro. Ifrit is a joke. Okay, little bro. And look at it. So look, who started it? Who started this shit, guys? Dead ass. So see, this is the funny thing. This is where it gets juicy. Who started it? Was it me or was it this motherfucker chat? So when I start cooking, it ain't me that you should be pointing at. Bro said Ifrit is a joke. Yep. The whole world revolves around. So I start cooking him. Hoyo games. Okay. Your credibility as a gamer is a joke. Yeah, so I roast the dude who comes at me, right? And honestly, his credibility as a gamer is a joke if he says Ifrit is a joke, bro. An emanator, that's another argument in and of itself. An emanator is basically somebody who holds a percent of power of a god that they represent. And it's, again, a percent of power that we don't even know. Apparently, when you're an emanator of one of these eons, it is entirely up to them how much of their power you're able to hold. But you got these nerds doing the confirmation bias and assuming that Acheron wields all of the, I think, Eon of Finality. They're trying to say she wields all of this dude's power. Again, confirmation bias, meaning they're trying to find the absolute best scenario to represent their argument, which is just as bad as me saying Ifrit, the Final Fantasy version, should be representing Ifrit in here. Now, here's a fun fact. Ifrit, what I learned is that Ifrit in and of itself isn't one entity. It's actually like a group of beings of what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it's just a group of fiery beings, a group of fiery demons. So there's many different depictions of the word Ifrit. There's not just one, which actually goes against my argument. My argument is, why y'all disrespecting Ifrit? But what I failed to comprehend is there's different versions of Ifrit. There's the big badass Ifrit that I know, and then there's just like base level form demons. So that's important to establish as well. But these motherfuckers are doing the same thing with Acheron. They're trying to assume that she has all the power of an emanator. I mean, of an eon, which is not true. Or we don't know if she does. Trying to make sure I'm explaining this as fairly as possible. Apparently, the power of an eon, like 100%, is like galaxy level power, right? Which is insane. You can't translate that into Honkai Star Rail. Apparently, an eon can like just obliterate a galaxy. So it's like that, I think, proves that Acheron doesn't have the power of a eon. Oh, he's a professional mint picker. That's why she's broken. I mean, that shit still doesn't, just because she's an eon, I'm still not convinced that she beat up Ifrit. Motherfucker, Ifrit an eon. Shit. Now this is where I was reaching. But to be fair, I was basically trying to say that Ifrit's strong as shit. This is where I was reaching. 100%. I was reaching right here. That don't mean nothing, bro. But like I said, I don't know the whole story yet. But if it does go through that she actually beat Ifrit along with other people, that's insane. That's my argument. Again, listen, this is important. I said, if the story continues and she did indeed 1v9 Ifrit, not Duke Inferno. These dumb motherfuckers keep trying to say I'm mad that she beat Duke Inferno. No, Ifrit, actual Ifrit, whoever represents him, the one I'm talking about. If the story goes through and that happens, that's insane to me. That's ridiculous. That's like disrespectful. So that's my argument. Ifrit is not an eon. Well, he's not an eon in Hoyoverse, dipshits. I'm saying he has the power of an eon in every other story. Why can't they remove? And that's cap. He doesn't have the power of an eon in every other story. But he does have the power of. The thing is, too, eon is like. No, it's not like one singular power. Each eon has different power. It's a nuanced discussion. Like even eons don't all have same power. Everyone has different powers. So saying Ifrit has the power of a god, which is pretty much what an eon is, isn't actually a reach in Final Fantasy. One could apply that he does because he's the strongest fire representative of Final Fantasy. Damn suit and reveal it's Duke Inferno inside with all. Is Ifrit different from Duke Inferno and Star Rail? I thought they were the same. Well, that's the thing. People keep saying he's Inferno's imposing, or Duke Inferno is posing as Ifrit, but he's a fraud, and that's okay if that's the point. My whole entire argument had to do with Ifrit. Now, if Ifrit is indeed Duke Inferno, then of course that goes back to what I said I'd be disappointed in. All those flame abilities, yeah, that'd be crazy. In Final Fantasy 16, he kind of OP. In every Final Fantasy, he is no other being is stronger than him in the realms of the fire element. Ifrit wasn't even an emanator. Oh my god, bro. I got chat. The people with common sense remind me I'm arguing with a bunch of Hoyo take the dick down the throat people who literally have no insight on anything outside of Hoyoverse games. Yeah, true, bro. Oh my god. Like it's insane to me, bro. Wild, bro. Motherfuckers dumb as rocks, bro. They don't know Ifrit in actual religions. That's what I'm trying to say. Like these niggas so dumb. I was tilted, chat. That I'm tilting right now. He's not an emanator. Bro, you dumbass. Not the. Oh my god, dude. This motherfucker is literally strong as these damn eons.
This shit is so funny. That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you watch this shit and be mad? It's hilarious, bro. But these niggas be mad, bro.
He's not an emanator. He's not an emanator.
Because it's Cap. Bible, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Buddy earlier. If you are mad about this, go get some pussy, go get your bag, because clearly you have neither. Only a man that has neither is gonna sit in here and be bothered by this pointless banter. It's not affecting your life at all. Holy God, that shit is cringe, bro. It's okay to say it's Cap. It's okay to talk shit. But to sit here and say you are mad about this, little pup, grow up. You said I'm wrong here? Okay, so now I'm about to whip out the debate smack. If I'm wrong, how do you know how strong Ifrit is when they haven't revealed how strong he is in here? The story isn't finished. So how do you know? How do you know if I'm wrong? What if he does have the power of Eon here? How do you know? Oh, Cat got his tongue. Cat got his tongue. Nobody knows. And here's the thing. If you look at leaks, you damn sure can't participate in this argument because you're in essence a cheater. You're debating with somebody who doesn't even look at leaks. So I'm just commenting off of what I've seen in the story. I got real life shit to be mad about, like VA med shit. The game is just distracted. That's what I'm saying, like, bro. And now that y'all have seen this, chat, now that y'all have seen this, let's go look at these comments. My post says, my nuclear Acheron versus Ifrit argument has the Hoyo community in shambles. Cry about it, nerds. It is what it is. And look at this. He said, I am the nerd, meaning he's the one that like gets involved in this kind of shit. And I laughed out loud. It was hilarious. Based. What a based individual. Hope Ifrit wasn't actually killed off screen. Otherwise, we lost one of the best villains. Absolutely. I think the main thing is people who play anime games know that names like Surtur, Ifrit, and Odin are all mostly used based on what the character does and only rarely honored on their mythology. Final Fantasy, Shin Megami Tensei, Persona, etc. So when Honkai Star Rail Ifrit got clapped off screen, people thought nothing of it because the only reason Hoyo decided to name him Ifrit is because he's a fire character. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I call intelligence. This is what I call substance. If this man disagreed with me, I'd be okay with it because it's actually providing some good substance here. I think Chat and Smack were just talking past each other in that conversation because Chat was stuck on explaining why HSR Ifrit is a clown, while Smack was talking about how the Ifrit name should carry more weight, which I think is a fair point. But as mentioned above, I'm used to anime games naming characters after mythology simply based on their appearance kit and not necessarily relevance. A beautiful comment with intellectual substance behind it, right? I have nothing to say about that except fair points. Oh, here we go. Well, here's a nerd comment. I trust Smack in unit and team building and whatnot, but in terms of power scaling and lore, hell no. Ifrit at worst is planetary. Here they go with this shit. You see what I'm saying? And at best is galaxy, but he is 100% not Eon level. Near or is universal. At any verse he exists. But then you're implying that Acheron is Eon level when we don't even know. We just know she holds a fraction of the Eon's power. You see what I'm saying? You see how dumb this argument is? It's like nobody actually knows how strong anybody is. It's insane. But this is like the most raise my glasses up shit I've ever seen. Here we go. Here's assault. I mean, their power scaling was right. Acheron is stronger than him. I never said she wasn't. And people tried to explain that. I see, and this is what I'm saying. See, this is when you get a moron who tries to present an argument that I never even made. I never even made the argument. My argument was if she 1v9'd Ifrit off screen, that's insane and disrespectful. That was my argument. I never said that Ifrit can beat Acheron. Him getting 1v9'd I slapped Ifrit off screen along with 8 other people. That is my problem. That's why I said, and then most importantly, I said, I don't know the whole story. But if that is how it unfolds, that's insane. Y'all saw the context. Now let's listen to this dumb motherfucker. I mean, their power scaling is right. Acheron's stronger than him, and people tried to explain that. But then you started talking about outside mythology out of nowhere and calling people Hoyoverse cucks. It wasn't out of nowhere. It was actually very appropriate. It was a reference to, I can name anybody outside of Hoyoverse, and they're going to say she's not an emanator. And I don't even know what it has to do with anything. Well, that's because you're dumb. Instead of clarifying what you're even trying to say, then fucking Goku was involved. Learn some patience, dude. If you're wrong, then you're wrong. Of course, Goku, and get this. Of course, Goku was involved because you dumb motherfuckers are trying to say that she can beat Goku. They're in the, guys, they're in this shit. They're in this comment section saying she could beat Goku. No way people typed that. They did. And that's what I'm saying. It's so cringe, man. Nerd on nerd crime. Damn, I learned a lot about Ifrit and I'm a Final Fantasy player. Of course, that's the extent of my knowledge as I never cared enough about the real Ifrit. See what I'm saying? He just proved what I said. Most gamers are gonna look at Ifrit as the Final Fantasy Ifrit. He just proved my point. Okay, if he wrote a light novel, oh hell, I'm sorry guys. If anybody writes a light novel like this, bro, I can't waste my time. I cannot be bothered with it. All right, here we go. Here goes another one. I responded to this, so I know it's funny. Seems like you're the one still crying about it, even made it into a community post. That's like the ultimate I feel attacked shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. Chat, you want to know what's funny? Whenever I make community posts that are like clearly provocative, right? Like I'm provoking people, the community posts are always generalized and I never specify who it is I'm talking about. Ever. I never do this. So when people get on the posts and they're this mad and they're mad, they tell on themselves. It's like, clearly you are offended. You know what I'm saying? Because look at the post. The post literally says, my nuclear Acheron versus Ifrit argument has the Hoyo community in shambles. Cry about it, nerds. I don't say anybody's name. So when they get on here and do that, it's so obvious that he's mad and he's one of the people offended. Like he's a victim, bro. It's hilarious. Look, I get it, man. I also like Ifrit outside of HSR. Played Final Fantasy and a bunch of other games, implying that Ifrit is godlike fire demon. But you are the one, look, take it. But you are the one who immediately went on a tangent clowning chat, calling them Hoyoverse Meat Rider. When chat refers to Ifrit in HSR, and you never specified previously that you met Ifrit as outside game implication. Now, chat, little pup has a horrible argument. He said I never specified that I met Ifrit as an outside game implication. Tell me this, why would I be offended about Ifrit being in game if I don't have an external source as a representative of Ifrit? Who the else am I supposed to use to be offended of this? The reason this argument is dumb is because he said I didn't specify the outside game implication. Where else would I be offended? He has to be outside of the game in order for me to say, oh, y'all disrespecting my boy Ifrit. You get what I'm saying? Like, he literally has to be outside of the game. And the craziest thing, guys, is it's past tense. I uploaded this story days after me and chat already fought and bantered about it and moved on. This is YouTube perpetuating a scenario where the shit is already over with. This is just the post I made after hearing these little pussies in my comment section on my story. They are mad about an argument that occurred that they probably weren't there for or were there for, potentially. And they lingered on it, and every one of us moved on. That shit is wild to me. It's baffling. I'll probably look at another one. On this one, oh, this guy had substance to his argument. On this one, I think going on a tangent about Ifrit's name and not the character in game was completely irrelevant to the argument. They could put someone called Odin in here and have him folded by us, which would be dumb and disrespectful. It may be disrespectful to the name and the mass culture, but specifically in the game power scaling wise, it can make sense. But it doesn't matter if it makes sense. What matters is you took a prominent and renowned figure of respect and power, put him in your game and took a shit on him. Like that's like me taking Zhong Li, who China views as the symbolism of like their ultimate god or whatever, putting him in another game and saying, fuck this guy, and taking the shit on him and putting him, in the back with Amber. It's insulting. It's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, what are you doing? So, and that's my whole entire point. So you can fucking go down here and take a look at all this shit as well. There's a lot of salty kids in there, but I would like to pull up the final thing here that these dumb don't even know about. It's this right here. Y'all remember how tilted I was when chat was telling me that Ifrit got 1v9 by Acheron? Yeah. All right. Whatever, chat. You know what's funny is my salty ass. Hey, listen, I'll admit I was definitely salty as fuck, but like I got off the fucking like stream, and then today, like, this is a funny story. I was Googling Ifrit lore, chat. This is how you know I was coping. So I went and Googled up Ifrit lore, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. There was some lore bits where it was like he's just a regular fire demon, and in my mind I was like, damn, that's a L. I can't use that as a good argument. And then I found one where it was like Ifrit is an infernal fiery being who can fucking set the whole world ablaze with his mere presence. And I was like, yeah, that's the Ifrit. That's the one. Yeah, see, that's the one these motherfuckers didn't know about. See, I chose the best scenario and told my brain, yeah, these dumb motherfuckers don't know it. That shit is funny as fuck. But look, look at this. This is what's funny. I'm based enough to admit that shit. I'm real enough to admit that shit. You will never catch these little pussies admit to themselves that they don't actually know Acheron's capabilities. They don't have the based fucking factor inside of themselves. They don't have it. Oh my God, yes, confirmation bias. That's it. Confirmation bias. That's what I did. I found the best fucking, imagine that shit, chat. I found the best scenario, and I was like, yeah, that's the Ifrit. It's like, nah, nigga, shut up. And see, so as you can see, I admitted this literally the next day, but the thing is, I'm trying to point out here is that the confirmation bias literally shows itself on both sides. They're trying to assume Acheron's power of Eon and that Ifrit's the weakest form possible in this game without actually any evidence. There's no evidence that what Ifrit's power level actually is or Acheron's. They only know that she's an emanator, which could imply that she has anywhere from 1% of the Eon's power to 99% of the Eon's power. Nah, bro, you out of pocket. But see, one thing about me, chat, is I know how to self-reflect. I won't take it to my grave denying it. I'll get off and I'll look and I'll be like, all right, yo, Smack, you was tripping, bro. You was out of pocket. I'll never like continue being an ignorant son of a bitch, bro. 100%. They're gonna be even more upset about it, which gives me more content. I can't make this up. 2 minutes ago. Gotcha Smack. Why not just accept that you're wrong? Cringe how you lost the argument and now decide to talk trash? Grow up. I told you. Bro, look. Bro, act like a child with a grown-ass body. Gotcha Smack, bro, calling someone a nerd when he act like a child. Look how mad they are, chat. They're pressed. They're so pressed, bro. I'm dead, bro. Yo, Montebello BDO, man. Thank you. What the fuck? 20 gifted? Holy shit. Oh my God, dude. Thank you for the 20 gifted, man. Guys, I told y'all though, listen, I can't make this shit up. And I don't go and show y'all everything because it's just too much effort. Like, I'm not the type to dedicate a whole stream to this shit. I'm just not. It's just too much energy, bro. You know what I mean? I told y'all I don't like talking at too many like long-winded times, especially on some dumbass shit like this. But guys, it's in abundance. I'm telling you, you'll find it if you look for it. It's in abundance. A bunch of kids. Matt, it's not that deep. Things that like it is. That is the ultimate way to describe it, bro. It's not that deep, bro. If that doesn't convince you that Genshin stands and Star Rail stands are one and the same, disguised as Sparkle Hanabi, then nothing else will. They're both a bunch of little pussies, snowflakes, people who have Hoyo's dick so far down their throat it looks like a Super Saiyan tail is sticking out of their asshole. It's very concerning. Why are you still here, bro? The video's over. The video's over.